So basically we use the Visual Studio C++ using iOS, include iOS stream and using a space std. Okay, first one is a struct node, which is a linked list. This is the data that we use inside of the program system, which is clinic management system. Okay, integer ID, char first name, char second name, integer age, char IC, gender, contact, blood group, address, symptom, diagnose, and medicine. So this is the implementation for linked list. And then this is the technique that we use, which is class and object. In public, we use void push tag, which is add the data using stack linked list, and then pop stack, which is delete the data using stack linked list, show data, void diagnose data, void show all, void sorted data, void update menu, update data, and display. Okay, basically, our group decide to do a simple program, which is when the patient come to our clinic, what will we get from the patient is enter the patient ID, first name, second name, age, IC, gender, contact, blood group, and address. So the data of the patient will add to our system. So this is the implementation of the stack. So let me try run this. So what I'm going to do is add new patient record. So I need to choose one and then enter the patient ID. Okay, and then I will enter the patient first name. So example is Maya, and then the second name is Sarah. After that, the patient age, and then the patient IC, and then the gender, and then the contact, blood group, address, and then enter. So the data will come out like this. Okay, so the next word is pop stack, which is delete data using the stack linked list. Okay, if you run the void, it will came out like this. Enter the ID, and then this is the implementation. If you enter the ID, the valid ID, it will come out like this. Successful data all nuts of linked list. If you enter the wrong ID, it will come out like this. ID is not present. Let's try to check out, and I'm going to run this. I have put this patient data. So I will delete, which is pop stack. I will choose 4. Enter the ID 0123. Okay. Successfully delete all nut of linked. This is the third word that we use. So basically, the word show data, it seems like this searching, the implementation. Okay, so basically I have delete the data for this now. So I need to add another data. Why? Patient ID is 0124. First name Maria. Afrina. So then I see and gender, contact, blood group, patient address. To that, I will search for the patient history. This is the show data, what show data. Click 3. And then I enter the patient ID 0124. So here is the output. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, now we are into the analysis data. So what we got here for statement is integer a not p equal to null, priv equal to null, p not. So we can have void new data or insert new data, priv head, integer char, it will let user put both data, whether integer or char. And then they will create first with interpretation of ID, and then if correct, this will appear, or as ID is not registered if the user put the wrong ID or the not registered ID yet. Okay, let's take a look at these. We let if check IDs ch char y p point to ID let equal to char pref equal to p point to the next. So let's say we have here p equal to diagnose will equal to true. So the user will put your symptom, and the data will be point to the symptom. Okay, let me show you the output. Okay, let's say the user choose 5 for update patient record and enter the ID. Make sure the register ID. Choose the number, so enter 10. Symptom, headache. And for the rest, it's just the same for the disease and medicine. Okay, now we move into show all. So what we got here for statement is node list equal to head y list. So the list will be appear in the section ID, first name, second name, age, IC number. So we got here for the on top of the show all, MA clinic system management, and set with ID and list will point to the ID. So if the user choose ID, the list will point to the ID. So the rest is just the same. As for the output, it will turn out like this. Okay, we enter for 6, show all patient records. Okay, now here we got all the patient records.
Next, I will explain about sorting method, which is we use the bubble sort. The function is name sorted data, and clinic is name. Clinic is the object, name of object. So not previous equal to head, not current, head next. While current not equal to none if current ID less than previous ID, previous next equal to current next equal to head equal to current equal to previous, and it will display the sorted is successful. If the condition is false, it will proceed this coding, which is previous equal to current equal to current next, and we run the output. Okay, I already displayed the data. The data will be the data is displayed in descending order, so we need to sort in ascending order. So we enter 7. It will display the sorted is successful, and we enter again number of 6. So at this we can see the data is ID number 2 is first and ID 12 is second. So this is about the sorted data. Thank you.
Okay, then we're gonna start for my explanation. So I'm gonna explain my whole clinic update data. So this is our system clinic. So we use linked list in this program. As you can see that I highlighted this. And we can update our data for the patient when we can like change our ID, like we're gonna update our patient first name, second name, age, IC, and gender, contact, blood group, address, symptoms, diagnosis, medicine by choosing the options from 1 to 12. So this will be shown in our data letter. So for this, we're gonna update our patient data. So as you can see, I already added a patient data in our clinic system. So we're gonna see how does it works. So this is the thing that you're gonna see. So for updating, we're gonna choose 5, and then you're gonna add our patient ID that we have added, and then we're gonna update for symptoms. Example, so we choose 10, and the symptom is headache, and this will be updated on our patient new list. So what if we're gonna add no gonna update again? So we're gonna enter our patient ID, and then we're gonna choose ID. We're gonna choose 11, and the diagnosis is fever for it, and then it's gonna be updated. And then lastly, we're gonna try update the list of the patient prescription medicine. So we're gonna choose 5, gonna add ID, and then we're gonna choose 12 for the medicines, and we're gonna update paracetamol for our patient. So this list will be gonna save and update in our system clinic. So next we're gonna present void clinic display for this. This is the thing that we're gonna see under our main system clinic. So there's a new patient record, prescription, patient history, patient record, update patient record, show all patient record, and show sorted record. So we're gonna see how does it shows when we try to debug it. So start with the debugging. And this is the thing that we're gonna see, and then we can choose to proceed our system. That's all from our group. Thank you for tuning in, and have a nice day today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.